From the moment humans opened their eyes to the world, one fundamental question has never stopped echoing through history. Where did we come from? Religion says that the human story began with Adam and Eve, the first divinely created beings who formed the foundation of humanity. Science, on the other hand, explains that humans evolved over millions of years through a long and complex process known as evolution. But what if the truth lies not strictly on one side or the other? What if both viewpoints describe different layers of the same reality? In this video, we will explore the bridge between faith and science, a place where divine creation and evolutionary development no longer contradict each other, but instead support one profound truth about human origins: the religious perspective. The first human story. All three major Abrahamic religions, the Quran, the Torah, and the Bible, emphasize the same core message. Humanity began with a single pair. Scriptures describe Adam not as a primitive or animal-like being, but as a special creation, endowed with intelligence, morality, and the ability to learn. These texts often mention that God taught Adam names, breathed his spirit, or gave him knowledge, all of which point to a sudden rise in cognitive ability. In the Torah, Adam is portrayed as the first being capable of moral responsibility. In the Bible, Adam and Eve are described as conscious, self-aware, and inherently spiritual. In the Quran, Adam is said to possess knowledge that even the angels did not have. These descriptions highlight a unique human characteristic. While other creatures act on instinct, humans act on understanding, reasoning, and thought. But how does this connect with evolution? The scientific perspective. Evolution and human transformation. According to evolutionary biology, life on Earth developed gradually. Darwin proposed that species adapt and change over time through natural selection. He also suggested that humans share a common ancestor with apes. However, even Darwin himself was puzzled by something extraordinary. Why did humans develop intelligence so rapidly, while other animals evolved so slowly? Science acknowledges that humans underwent a sudden cognitive explosion called the human brain leap. Anthropology shows that around 200,000 to 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens appeared with a much larger prefrontal cortex, abstract reasoning, art, language, and symbolic thinking, complex social structures. But here's the mysterious part. No other animal experienced such a sudden and massive jump in intelligence. Human evolution accelerated at a speed that natural selection alone cannot fully explain. This unexplained leap has led many scientists to consider whether an external influence, something beyond typical biological mechanisms, played a role. This is exactly where scientific curiosity meets religious explanation. Bridging faith and evolution, a unified perspective. Imagine this scenario. God creates the first conscious human, Adam, giving him a level of intelligence, self-awareness, and moral capacity unmatched by any species before him. Meanwhile, evolutionary processes continue shaping the physical world. Over thousands of years, early humans spread, adapted to different climates, and developed various traits: skin color, facial structure, and even minor genetic differences. In this view, evolution explains how the body developed. Religion explains how the soul and consciousness emerged. Many theologians and modern scientists agree on this combined model, proposing that Adam may have been the first Homo sapiens with fully awakened consciousness, the moment where divine creation and evolutionary biology intersect. This not only preserves the religious narrative, but also aligns with scientific evidence. Why did humans advance so quickly? If all creatures evolved slowly, why did humans surpass them so rapidly? Here are several theories scientists use, all of which align surprisingly well with religious descriptions. 1. The cognitive revolution. About 70,000 years ago, humans suddenly began thinking differently. They invented tools, created languages, and formed societies. This shift feels almost like a mental upgrade. 2. The mysterious expansion of the prefrontal cortex. The human brain tripled in size, a transformation still not fully explained by basic evolution alone. No known species in Earth's history gained intelligence this fast. 3. The appearance of morality and spirituality. Unlike animals, humans began seeking purpose, asking existential questions, and developing belief systems. Religion explains this as divine influence, the moment God gave humans consciousness. Religious texts. support. Human uniqueness. All three scriptures highlight that humans were created differently. The Quran speaks about the teaching of names, suggesting advanced language and categorization, qualities absent in other species. The Torah describes humans as beings made in the image of God, symbolizing intellect, morality, and self-awareness. The Bible, Injil, states that humans possess free will and the ability to understand good and evil, something no evolutionary process alone can explain. These religious messages perfectly describe what science now refers to as complex cognition, consciousness, higher reasoning, moral understanding, all of which appeared suddenly in human history. Are religion and evolution actually opposed? Many people believe religion and evolution are enemies, but when examined deeply, the two may be describing the same journey from different angles. Science explains the biological steps. Religion explains the spiritual transformation. Evolution tells us how we became physically human. Faith tells us why we became human. And perhaps the real truth is this: God created the human soul and consciousness, while evolution shaped the body. The final thought: a powerful middle path. When religious texts describe Adam's creation, they do not reject the existence of earlier life forms. When science explains human evolution, it does not deny the possibility of divine involvement. Both systems point to one undeniable fact: humans are different. Humans are unique. Humans think, question, create, imagine, and believe. That extraordinary intelligence, the one thing that separates us from all creatures, may very well be the moment where evolution meets divine creation. And perhaps the true story of humanity is far more magnificent than either science or religion alone can explain. I am not just a physical body. I also carry consciousness and a soul. Over the past 20 years, paleontological and genetic research has shown that ancient humans were capable not only of surviving, but also of forming connections, creating art, and performing rituals. This reflects the rapid development of human consciousness and remarkably aligns with religious explanations. Human consciousness gains its full meaning through the divine breath of God. Modern neuroscience and genetics show that the human brain is wired in a far more complex way than other primates. This complexity allows me to think, create, plan the future, and understand the universe. Science and religion together reveal that I am truly unique. The Torah and the Bible emphasize the spiritual side of humanity, while the Quran states that God created humans in the best form. This idea unites both the spiritual and biological aspects of human existence, showing that I did not come into being by mere chance, but as the product of purposeful creation. Understanding my body through evolution and my soul through divine creation gives me insight into the deeper meaning of my existence. I am not just a biological being. I am capable of thought, inquiry, creation, and faith. Science and religion together explain why humans are distinct from all other creatures. Only humans are able to seek meaning, explore the universe, and question their place within it. I create music, paint art, study history, and plan for the future. All of these abilities can be explained both scientifically and spiritually. This understanding sends me a clear message. I am not merely the product of chance. I am a unique being where physical and spiritual development intersect. This shapes both my personal life and my view of human history. I am not only the result of evolution, but also the masterpiece of creation. My thoughts, my questions, and my capacity for belief are the pathways through which I explore the profound mysteries of the universe. Within me, I carry the light of both science and religion. My body follows the laws of nature, yet my soul is imbued with divine purpose. This makes me not only a living being, but also a spiritual and creative one. The message is clear to anyone watching this. I am not just a biological entity. I think, I create, I question, I believe, and I carry purpose. My life is part of the greater story, the story where evolution and creation meet,